I've been trying really hard to maybe get something worth videoing, and the dadgum weather is yo-yoing back and forth. I can see from the videos I watch, doesn't matter where you are in the United States, it's fluctuating and going back and forth. But here's just a little peek at some of the goofy stuff that's been happening around here. Yep. Look, where'd their plastic things go that they put up on this one? Oh, just while they're working. So, in case some of you haven't been living through that stuff, there you go. But in the meantime, what I've been able to get started is pretty pitiful. I actually bought a couple of plants from the store, and I'll probably buy some more to get a little head start. And I'll keep working at my own stuff, but real life happens, and somebody was able to do it better than me. So I'll show you what I got as of right now out here at the Secret Garden. It's my peppers. I had started them outside and letting them get back used to the regular cycle out there, and then that cold stuff started showing up, so I brought them back in. I did the same as well for these orange trees. I had to prune. One of them was getting pretty dang bushy over to the side, and it's like a whole nother tree hanging off of it. But maybe by the end of the day, I may take all this stuff back outside, including most of what is under this table. All right, so under here I got a little bit of chives going. I've got some sage. I reused my stuff, y'all, so you can't look at, you gotta look at the front side. There's a couple of sage. And I don't even really know, to be honest with you, what curled chervil is or how to use it. But one of them's going, so I grew it because it was an extra packet in my little herb packet, and so be it. Here is my olive tree, which is doing real good. Ready to stick all this stuff outside. Over here, I've got the pumpkin I rescued from my jack-o'-lanterns last year. It was growing in my yard right before the freezing stuff came. And it's just so shallow and freshly started that I just scooped it up with the root ball and the dirt on it and brought it out here and stuck it in there, and it's gonna come on. So maybe I can make my own pumpkins again. There's a little fig left over and a grapevine right there all together. So those guys are okay. And up here I've got all kinds of stuff, y'all. This is all my herbs and flowers, so this is what I can tell you for sure. These are basil over in here. Let's see here, I got it written on there. This is spinach. These two are both a type of spinach. And these two back over in here, those are marigolds. And so is the next one past it. Let's see what we got. These are eggplants, these couple. And then I've got a little tiny bit of tomatoes. I really had a hard time with tomatoes this round. Between this weather fluctuating and stuff, but even what I've got looks terrible. Look at them pitiful looking things. Best thing I can do is start over outside. Now I did start over here with, let's see here. I've got a couple of sun golds there I'm starting to try. All right, I got some zucchinis I'm trying. Some red snapper tomatoes. I'm gonna try 2 more in there. And I just put them in the big ones because I had such a hard time with the little cells this last time. So I thought, you know what, it's close enough to time outside. If that thing will just get going in these, then that's what I'm gonna do. So I've got some gentry squash, some yellow squash. And this is spaghetti squash. I got seeds from my mother-in-law. So I've never grown it. I don't know nothing about it. So we'll see how that turns out. And then I've got a Tabasco pepper there and a little lunchbox pepper over there that they've started. Pretty pitiful little bitty stuff, but there it is. And all right, over here, there's another basil. And I've got some dill in these 3. Back here, these are cilantro. And over here, I got some parsley. It's coming up. So we'll see as that stuff goes. I'll be picking out spots at the house more where I'll be putting a lot of this stuff. And in here, I've got some leeks started. I've never grown leeks. I know it's probably not the right time, but I'm gonna go for it. So I just stuck a bunch of seeds in there. To be continued. All right, so we're gonna go outside and I'll show you what little tiny bits happening out here. These onions probably ain't gonna do anything. They're done. These, I think they'll be okay. They're just slow and I'm behind on them. And in here, I know you can't really see it. If it'll warm up and stay warm, I'll be in good shape. Let me see if I can get down there. That, I believe, is a bur oak. You can see these big acorns in here. And I got at least one that might just try to come on and do something. Oh. And I don't know what I want to do with them yet. I may plant them out here around this property and make it nice. See what happens. You can see even through the crazy stuff, the fig tree's trying to come back out in the bottom. So we'll see. Let it do its thing right now and then to be continued there too. All right, over here in the junkyard. I have not done anything over here, y'all. It's been so crappy weather, the cold. You see, this is the shape I'm in. And you see how shady it is. It's about 9:30 in the morning here. And it's just solid shade still. And it will be for 2 or 3 more hours. But this is the onions that have made it. And some are doing okay. I got a weed out here in the middle. I obviously need to get that guy out. This wind has been so crazy. All right, and these, any cauliflower and cabbage and all these things, that looks like a cabbage there. All this stuff, just, it's shock after shock after shock. It gets going good, and weather changes on it, and everything gets terrible. All right, get that off of there too. Make it work for it. Come here. All right, so we'll see what happens with that stuff in the future. I've been thinking about it, and this has good sun all day. This little section down to about right there where the light cuts off. I may fill it up with corn and just see what can happen. Now, I've got a little bit of fence going here. Not bad here. In the back, it's kind of open, and right here, it's kind of open. And so it's just a, who knows if the deer will immediately get in here and tear me up or not, but my little peach tree hasn't really started showing anything here yet. Now I have 2 at the house that look, they're starting to, one of them's blossoming and the other one I can see a little bit of leaves coming on it, so we'll see. Now we'll sneak over there to that greenhouse because to be honest with you, nothing is growing in there. I have not touched the thing. I cut the water off before the cold weather came, and I bet it's been 2 or 3 months almost since I even been in there. So let's just go see if there's anything happening in there at all. All right, dun, 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 dun. See what we're in for. Got the cooties growing around the outside. Looks like woods in here. All right, that sure looks nice, doesn't it? Look at all these weeds. Well, I got to get in here and give this some T, L, and some C. But I haven't told you guys, but I've been working at the house pretty good too, trying to get those garden beds in a little better shape. Now I do see, look here. I planted some of these onions. I didn't get very many. but some of them made it. There's one going, hadn't had any water the entire time. Looks like there's another one here. Let me get this guy out of the way. Definitely smaller, but hey, there is an onion there. That's not a bad thing. So that's kind of cool. Got a couple onions. Not that they're anything special, but that burn. I'm gonna let it go too long. All right. And you can see the clover in here. The ground was wet enough that it has done just fine. Heck, it's got little flowers and spots, doesn't it? Look how pretty. Clover is pretty down in here. It's supposed to be good for everything, so. Now, I'll tell you what's curious to me. I'm looking here, and I see how it died off. And I'm also looking right here, and I got a big dead patch, and I don't know what that's about. But that may be kind of telling right there. Look at that jungle growing on the side there. It's a good thing though, because before, you can see all that's been washing away. I'm just gonna let them weeds stay there. I'll just weed whack them. But everything, I got everything loose and nothing's been on. Got spider webs. You can see I don't have powered anything. My water filter, nothing's hooked up. So I got to get this stuff back to life. But it is what it is. So I'll have to wait till lunchtime, but I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze in my home garden in this video too, because I don't have a lot going on there. Actually, I have a lot going on, but I haven't been able to do a lot because of the weather back and forth. And as far as growing, there isn't much growing, but it's coming. Okay, guys, I'm at the house, and I thought I'd start in the front, walk my way to the back so I can kind of show you some stuff. All right, so we're working on getting that stacky to the backyard. I got a new location for it. And you see how I'm moving my wood mulch. We're getting 5-gallon buckets at a time. Come on in here, Turkey. All right. Our Jane Magnolia starting to blossom. Hello, Squirty. You can see I got this dude where I'm not gonna have to weed eat anymore. And that's handy for me. Let me see. Hey, Choco. I just came home for lunch. So my babies and my dogs, everybody's happy to see me. You can see coming across there, I've got that grapevine. And I made Mama a spot over there so she can put all of her house plants. And I've got a little misting system. Show you how that dude works. Check this out. So back over here, let's just do water right now. Let's say okay. Got a little sprinkler in there. That's taking care of stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to watch out for my animals and my children. But you can see that guy. He takes care of everything for the most part. But when we get those house plants out there, I've got a little hooter here. And you can see from up above, we've got a little rainforest going on, so those house plants will make it even if it gets hot. And I've got this guy up above, so pretty good shape here. Now that guy's off, but it's a pretty nice little section for Mama's house plants. You can see the little dryer vent comes out there, so there's warm air and that moisture, and you know how that goes. Mama put my popcorn bush over here. So we're gonna see how that works. You like that popcorn bush?
Yeah, and that always makes to grow with like these are growing. These
oh yeah.
With the leaves on the
and my peach tree from seed is coming on out. It's not blooming, but this one's very young. This is like 2 years old, something like that. And well, I say that, looky there. Let's see if I can get up there to it.
Yeah.
I see a blossom. So who knows? It may get its first peach this year.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what kind of peach they were. That's the truth. Looks like we've got that's not a cloud back there. Looks like we got a big fire in the south
Yeah.
down by Texas Tech University.
Yeah, it's
All right.
it's
You see the shape the bananas in? I cut them dudes off about that high. Wait to see what happens. And this little peach tree, it's got blooms on it. Last night was 29 degrees,
There's one right there.
or at least it was when I got up. We're fluctuating back and forth. The comfrey's starting to come back. The strawberries are filling out in here, and I kind of like that. I think we're going to leave the strawberries here. I found a good spot for them. You can see, even though it looks horrible right here right now, our elephant ears are starting to come back.
And our
See that little baby one right there?
Yeah.
Little elephant ear. That thing's gonna be bigger than Pawpaw's body.
yeah.
All right, so, and I've been working over here cleaning on this stuff. Trying to get it set up so I don't have to weed eat in there. And
Can we go in
I
there?
put down a bunch of, yeah, we can go in there. I put down a bunch of peat moss and Pro Mix underneath before I did it and spread it out pretty even. And I raised my sprinkler head up about 2.5 inches.
Papa.
Yes, baby. I know it. Thank you so much. All right.
Dude.
My Brussels sprouts are coming along. To be honest with you, I think time-wise I'm there, and some of them look pretty darn good, but some of them just ain't ready yet. So I'm giving them a little bit more time. Mama's okay with me waiting. There for her. And pretty quick we're gonna have something else in here. You can see all my little bit of onions that's in here. They're doing okay, not really doing nothing. And those were the ones that I've had for 5 or 6 years over in that bed. But I took them up so that I could put that wheat barrier down. And those strawberries will probably relocate until later on when I can get some kind of, maybe another mist system or something run across there so that something will it'll get a little bit of water. The dew just sits there and dries up. The only water it gets is from the dew that drips off the eave of this old shed. All right, so let's see what else we got. Asen, what do you think?
There's something in there, but it's okay.
All right. And you can see I still haven't weed eated and mowed. Got a little bit more to do, but these onions are doing okay, and so is the spinach. A little chewed up, but it's made it through all this.
I was missing you, Papa.
I was missing you too, baby. I had to go to work. This carrot here, it's not going to make any good carrot, but maybe I'll get a flower out of it. That's what I'm hoping for. All right, so you see what I'm dealing with. All right. And back over here, kind of cleaned out this section. I told my wife if she wants to plant some flowers or something in here, that'd be a good idea because I don't want anything above anymore. I got too much electricity and stuff to mess with right there. And I will be taking out this arch and putting it somewhere else. I don't know where yet, but so be it. I gotta weed all this crap. I'm gonna strip these guys down, these sides that I had made for my greenhouse. Wait, baby, I'm talking just a minute, okay? Just a minute. I've got to strip these guys down, and I'm going to use that PVC for making a little covers where I can put my frost cloth over. And the bird houses are dead and dying. My pile's a mess over here. My shade cloth is down on this end. Not even sweating it right now. You can see the asparagus is coming back full strength. Oh, and I got a bunch of little ones there, and I can eat them this year. It's gonna be all right. But we're hoping this guy's gonna come out of there. I'm thinking I'll take this little divider out, and I may later on, where I've been letting this stuff kind of compost, I'm gonna get rid of all that stuff and haul it out here and clean this up in here. All this will finally be decent looking, and I need to put some weed barrier down here too, and some better soil as well. All right. And I kind of like how this dude's set up. Where you see the stakes, I'll plant something. I'm not sure yet. But
Papa,
yes, sir.
that's a
Asen.
pokey thing.
I know that dadgum pokey thing. They're all over, aren't they? we got to do some work, don't we?
Yeah, we have to do some pulling too.
And this peach tree, I can't tell, don't look like nothing's happening yet. But I'm sure it will come along shortly. It got molested pretty hard. Same with this one's starting over. This is the donut peach. And so we'll see what happens. It needed a fresh start. This guy was in bad shape, so hopefully it'll do better this year. You see the shape the cauliflower's been in. And I got a few rogue strawberries growing here and there. All right. This is a big mess still too. I'm just gonna get all these boards up and I'm gonna do the same thing. Put this black stuff all the way across there and probably instead of having 3 lines right here, I'll have 2 and I'll figure out a more open setup instead of trying to pack everything in here. You see right now it's 11 o'clock and the sun is just now hitting the back row. So I'm gonna try to use that to my advantage and I need to plant some different stuff in these locations instead of the same old stuff. I do have, I do have the random onion or 2 hiding in there. We'll see if they do any good over here in the shade. I doubt it. But let's see here. And this cabbage has had it. I'm just gonna get rid of it. I don't know what's been eaten out of that, dude. Look at that. I mean, yes, baby, you found a flint rock. All right. And I got some more strawberries over here. They may go in Mama's planter, her stacker. We're talking about filling it up with strawberries, getting them off the ground so we can actually eat some of them.
We have to do some
So
work.
fig hadn't kicked off yet, but it's coming. Lots of cleanup.
We have to get some work right there.
All right, let's take a quick look at the greenhouse and we'll call it good. Okay, the garlic's doing okay. Nothing spectacular, but it's okay. I dug one up and they're not ready. So, even though it looks like there's several dead yellow leaves on the bottom, they need a little bit more time. I got one rogue carrot in there as well, and I'm gonna let it go. I need to get some flowers off there, some free seed. I'm all about that free stuff. Sorry, baby. All right, the only thing here that I got is this guy. Little butter crunch lettuce, that's it. Plenty of weeds to make sure nothing gets in the way, like fertilizer, stuff like that. We don't want none of that stuff in there. Keep them weeds, keeping it natural, baby. All right, and this guy right here, this is my timer that goes to the other side of my greenhouse. This dude just popped off. I don't trust it, so I'm gonna do something different right here. I don't know. But- what? That's what I thought. So I got to fix something up here so I can hook this up. All this is ready. I just need to get it set up. And then this guy, I'm going to put some more of that peat moss and pro mix in here. And the same thing with these strawberries you see. These random ones that made it, they're going to go in the stacker. I know it looks like a mess, but it's because I'm pulling out old stuff and figuring out my new stuff. And even these logs you see stacked here are going to go. I've got some boards to put in now, and I'll fix a little bit better frame up. Those are my, I forget them little green onions that last forever. I need to get them somewhere different. I'll probably put them with the other ones. So, until we come back again, now next month, I'm hoping that you're gonna see something growing around here, but that's where we're at right now. So from me and Asen, we hope y'all have a good day, and we'll see y'all next time.
Make sure you have chores. Goodbye.
Yep, do all your chores. We'll see y'all later.